Thank you very much for giving me a voice. I will be talking today about algae based on article of Professor Kumar from Indian Institute of Technology. The article was published in Bioenergy Research, and the title is Bioalgae Cultivation for Biofuel Production and Bioremediation, Current Status and Benefits. And what is algae? Microalgae are bacteria similar to algae, called also cyanobacteria. These cyanobacteria are more easily controllable because they will not bloom so desperately, but sometimes, for example, on the seaside, too big of a population, if you be coming, the beach will not be feasible for bathing, and this is the trouble. It's not much more trouble than big other cars, but there are more less energy required in case of algae. And microalgae can be also used for lipid, weight removal, and how it's feasible. Because we have to we imagine the energy demand is going to growing up population, and due to that population try to make globalization so equal level, meaning the level of the highest to the other, maybe also that all 7 billion people require much more energy than in our time, recent time. Therefore, we need to find a method which is independent from fossil fuels and reducing global warming due to the current production to require level of 1 billion people, 3 billion people, makes big pollution of carbon dioxide, harming greenhouse effect. Therefore, we need to remove this carbon dioxide to have good conditions. And that she's sorry about helping with titanium oxide, which is also a photocatalyst. And if we make cooperation with photocatalysts and titanium, we don't know, however, how well it's better. Because both algae and microalgae can also split some water during growing, and growing this some hydrogen element. This was in Shiva's article, which I saw. It was maintained that titanium oxide will make different from different ways in case documentation. In case of algae, we have two parts to tackle which is titanium oxide. Because we have the photofermentation, and photofermentation bacteria is that only carbon carbon, not any other. In case of microalgae, we mostly not very few hydrogen in compared to photofermentation and fermentation, but still. So titanium oxide will be supported by giving some more light, because it's absorb some light, but still it's cooperation, it's after supplementation. And this is growing that this also can be after using biofuels. So, however, because they produce a lot of lipid that can be also transferred by that process due to fermentation and extracted. And before extractions, And there can be then there's this lipid produced by biobutanol, acetone, butanol, ethanol with used proper bacteria, and then can be this protein and used then for green polymers suitable. Also have contribute to treatment of bacteria, this natural bacteria by drug fermentation with less will help to process without much energy and upgrading the higher production or metal production because we can if we don't drug fermentation requires this bacteria for drug fermentation stress initially, why the anaerobic bacteria doesn't require. So we need to focus what we need to work, but all the system can progress. And Professor Kumar from Indian Institute works to outcome, and these originous bacteria is these originous bacteria are better for producing uh, some paracetamol and fluoxetine. So some also pharmacy. So this is the other aspartaxin, which are very fine for pharmaceutical issue. Therefore, original bacteria are preferable if we want to use them. However, they don't produce maybe so much lipid. But in case of nanoclonal species, the good idea is also that they can bioabsorb metals. So if we have, for example, water which is polluted with heavy metals or some waste, we can then install this bacteria, of course, with keeping, because we don't want to make them free. And and that's and this use will be that maybe bacteria can be bioabsorbed and remove some also during cleaning this plant in harvesting. It can remove and clean area. So this maybe can be by some time. So firstly, to the place where is waste heavy metal already made or is required to utilize first melting agas, then can be something other after cleaning. But cleaning of them will stop some time. So after this time needs help. Mm, they don't require so much temperature. They're mostly not in winter maybe, but in most, for example, in countries of quite not heavy winter, it can be more useful because we don't need to cover them, but also don't very much destroy. Uh, we think that this um, lipids are the most is useful. The lipid from lipids polyhydroxyalkanoic acid, which can be started for polymers similar to polyurethane and can be used. And chromial communication, there can be also fungi, so then can be operation that fails to produce better fermentation. First, in this cellulose will be cleaned by some from aspergillus. Also, there is some cooperation. The method will be with all biological can cooperate, upgrading in proper design. They can be also used in case of Antarctica, for example, use cooperation, because these microalgae and these some or maybe fungi are very good are now living in salt lakes in Antarctica. And in case of these, they can be also used to utilize some candida Antarctica can also utilize polyurethane. So we can use to utilize some plastic, and then waste areas can be suitable for microalgae. So this cooperation how to make, and all both of them can be material for or chemical and higher biomass. So this is a very wide spectrum of using, and with cooperation with others can be major part of renewable and neutral living. So so this is all. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed. You can make Apple. Thank you very much.